I am going to show you the step-by-step process that I use to make these amazing stores. What's going on, guys? My name's Kyle and today's a good day because you found the right video. Today, I'm going to show you the step-by-step process that I use to make these amazing stores. I'm gonna show you the product, I'm gonna give you some of the psychology behind it, and we're gonna try to keep this really tight and sweet and to the point. Before I get started, I do wanna mention that I am giving away $100 cash in this video. All you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, as I do in every video since a couple videos ago. So what I'm doing, if you're familiar with it or if you're not familiar, I am going to pick a winner in every single video leading up to the new year, giving them $100 cash and letting them do whatever they want to do with it. This is going to be the third video in the series that I do it, and all you have to do is those three things and you're entered to win. So I will pick that winner from the last video at some point in this video. I won't do it at the end. I'm trying to encourage you guys to watch through the video because there's a lot of valuable points I think people miss by skipping through. So stay tuned and let's go ahead and get started. One thing I do want to mention though before we get started, before we jump into my computer here, is everybody always asks me, should I create a niche store? Should I create a general store? Should I create a one product store? What I'm going to show you today is I'm going to show you a one product store. I don't recommend this for people that are just starting out because I think it limits your ability to test a lot of products at one time. Now, I do think a one product store is the most effective way to market, so that's kind of counterintuitive with what I'm saying here, but if you're just starting out and you're trying to learn the process, you're going to want to be able to test out a lot of products until you understand exactly how this whole game works. Then, once you're able to actually get some confidence and get some winning products, you start to know what's going on, and you can jump more into a one product store. So typically, you've got a testing store, which is your general store, and then you've got your one product stores, which you build after you realize that something's doing well in your general store. Then when you move it to a one product store, it explodes like crazy. And that's the process that I do. I will create a video going more in depth about that. But to keep this short, let's go ahead and jump inside my computer and let me just start from the very, very beginning. All right, so here we are on my computer. First things first, we gotta actually start the trial here, so let me go ahead and do that. I'm gonna cut this part out, I'm just gonna quickly enter all this in, and then we'll be good to go. All right, guys, so I have filled out all the details, we're good to go. Let me introduce the product so I can start to make sense of a lot of this. So I did find the product on, I believe, an Instagram video post a while ago. I just saved it. I'm on Instagram, so sometimes I'll save, things here and there. We'll see how they do. And if I've got time, I'll go ahead and build a store. So that's what we're doing right now. I am actually gonna build this store. So I've seen people online that will build stuff just for an example's sake, but I am actually gonna use this for what it's worth. You can go ahead and try to steal my idea if you want to. But yeah, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this in Q4. So let's go ahead. I'll type in AliExpress. Let's say pillow. We can find it here. Let's see if I can find it. So here it is. This one. Okay, so this is the exact one I was looking for. So as you can see, it's got 2,622 orders. It's got a decent amount of reviews on it. Ideally, I'd love to get, above like a 4.8, but a 4.7 is still great. I like this product because it doesn't have any electronics involved, so it's hard to kind of screw up a lot of that stuff. And, this isn't the only supplier. There's other suppliers out there. The pictures on here are not bad. For the sake of this video, I'm actually gonna just use these pictures to show you how easy it is to create a decent looking store. That's one thing that you want to kind of pay attention to, is if a supplier has pretty good pictures for that product. It just makes the whole process easy. I did already check this beforehand, so there's a pretty good video as well that I'll include that I'm probably gonna end up editing and using for a lot of the advertising. So, great ratings, a lot of orders on there, a pretty good video, and pretty good pictures. That's usually a winner to me, at least something that I can play around with and see if I could possibly make it happen. So this is gonna be the product that we use. So let's go ahead and first I'm actually gonna have to download Oberlo, which will be my first app. I'm actually forward through this process here quick. All right, so now we're go ahead and we're gonna pick the theme here. And I actually went through and I checked, and they don't have the one I like anymore. I use Jumpstart normally, but they don't have it, which is completely fine. You know, it's just it's a matter of, you know, minute details that they don't matter as much, but that's the one I'm used to. Anyways, we'll go ahead and use the debut theme. That's the one that is already popping up. So we'll go ahead and customize that. All right, so then once we get this open, what I like to do is I actually like to do it in mobile. You got some options. You can do desktop, or you can do stretch or mobile. And the reason I do mobile is because if you've checked out my Facebook advertising video, I talk a lot about how I pretty much only target people that are mobile. I actually uncheck desktop. And that way, because, you know, a lot of people I've noticed that purchase from me are mobile. There's a higher percentage. You get a lot of people that are driven from desktop, but they don't end up purchasing, so they're usually just browsing. But you know, here it is right here. First thing let's go ahead and let's change the image. So actually, let me do this. Why don't we do this? Let's back it up a minute here. Let's go ahead, we'll go back to AliExpress. And I'm gonna show you a little trick that I like to use to download a lot of images really quickly, so I don't have to, you know, deal with all the BS. If we go back here, and you can download this little, let's see what this is called. So this easy AliExpress image downloader. If you type that into Google, you'll be able to get this little Chrome extension, and basically you just click this button here, and it downloads all the images that the supplier is using on this page. So you don't have to go through and, you know, save images and that sort of thing and deal with all the hassle. So I'm gonna download that and get everything organized, and then we'll come back. All right, so now we're back on here. Now what we're gonna do, let's go ahead and change that first image there. And just select image. Let's upload an image. Let's see, let's use something simple like this. Perfect. So let's go ahead and select that. And then I don't like to have a lot of text on there. In the beginning, you just want to have a big overarching theme to it. So let's go ahead and let's drum something up. Let's just do cuddle comfortably cozy. Let's do cuddle comfortably. Your Netflix and chill hero. See, okay, that's something, I like that. I like how that turned out actually. Let's actually, yeah, let's see that, cuddle comfortably. So you see something simple. I see a lot of people trying to put a lot of text on there. In fact, we could almost just take off that last line, but I like it because it's kind of a play on, you know, trends and that sort of thing. So let's actually keep that up there. By the way, I also named this. So let's talk about that real quick. I named this because it's really important to actually brand things. I see people that come out and they put like, you know, anti-pressure women's foam, memory foam pillow, yada yada yada, and it's like, how do you even market a product like that? You want something that is short, succinct, to the point. It has a brand, so when they're talking to somebody, they're able to easily recognize and remember what it was, and that way you can get, you know, some brand recognition as well, which you know, should come free to you, you know. But so what I came up with, I like to use alliterations, which is, you know, you use like the same first letter in the words. So cuddy cushion, cuddle cushion was taken, cozy cushion was taken, comfortable cushion, or that sort of thing. Those are all taken. So cuddy cushion's kind of a more hip way to position it, which also means kind of, you know, like your cuddy buddy, you know. So I'll have to use some of that sprinkled in here as I'm kind of creating the messaging. But that's pretty good for now. Let's see if there's anything else that we got to put on there. Button label. You know what? Let's actually put that up there. We'll just do shop now. So shop now. And we'll do products. Shop now. I'm gonna come back and actually change the themes in a second here. So let's go ahead and let's keep that as is. I'm gonna change the coloring and get everything set up here. Actually first before I get started. So if we go to theme settings and we go to, actually let's go into header. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my logo in here. I already created it ahead of time because I wanted to save you guys some time. So let me find where I put that guy at. Let's see how that positions itself. Cutty cushion. We'll do that. I don't like how big it is. Okay. That looks good to me. But I created this in Canva. It was free. It's not, you know, a super fancy logo. Sometimes you do it, sometimes you don't. It's not always gonna make or break it. What I like to do is I like to create a logo that has 1 or 2 colors to keep it consistent, things that are complementary. And then, you know, if it is a one product store, I like to have the actual product name in the logo, just to give it some more branding that way. But then what we do is we wanna actually take, create an announcement bar, but we want to make sure that whatever color scheme we use for the logo, we're using for all the buttons and the text and the whole theme of it. You know, you don't want to have a lot of colors. You know, you don't want to make it look like a rainbow. You want it to be very concise and to the point. Up top, what I do, we could do, you know, free shipping today only or something like that. In this case, you know, that seems like the appropriate thing to do. What I want to do is I want to actually create this to be the same color scheme. This is just an app I use to be able to pick things out, you know, from a color perspective. So I've got that color, so now I can make my bar the same color as that. Okay, so that looks good. So now we got to make sure we just create the whole themes as, and I like to save it as I go through here just in case, you know, things crash. You know, that's really the last thing that you want to happen. Let's go to theme settings. A little impatient. There we go. Colors, headings and links, body text, sale price. We'll go to primary buttons. We'll use that. Primary labels, secondary labels and borders. We'll also use that. Form fields, relays. Sale price. We use that. You know, you can kind of see that purple pop. The reason I use purple, typically in marketing, it's more of a royal feel to it, but I feel like it has a calming effect as well, kind of like a blue. It's not really overbearing. It doesn't really slap you in the face. It's just it kind of comforts you a little bit, which goes along with the brand. That's all we need to change, I think, for the color scheme. So let's go ahead and save that. We'll go back. Typography. Let's just check to see what kind of fonts we got. Work sans. Maybe your next round. Let's see what that looks like. Not a big fan. You know, the font isn't going to make or break you, but it is something that you want to get right because it helps give character to the website and it should kind of fit into the overall theme. You're going to hear me say theme a lot. I'm in marketing. It's just extremely important just to have everything so cohesive and consistent, and it works well together. Let's see what that looks like. Still seems kind of stiff, you know what I mean? Basic commercial. No, let's go ahead and do that. Let's do this basic commercial. We can always go back and change it if we want to. Actually, was this round? No. Let's do that. Okay, you know what? That should be fine for now. For the sake of this video. Save that. Okay, let's go ahead and start creating some of these sections. The featured collection we don't need to actually have because we've already got the main product here. So what I want to do, actually keep those. Let's add a section in. Is there a featured product or is it just collection on this theme? That's interesting. There we go, featured product, cool. So let's go ahead and add that and select our product. We've only got one product. We'll put that in there. I have to change these images as well. That actually looks really, really bad. But I'm not too concerned about it. Just make sure that I'm check button. I don't like to add the social sharing buttons. I think those just distract people from checking out because we'd rather have these people check out than trying to share it to their friends, right? If they want to share it while they're on Facebook, that's awesome, but let's not try to distract people. Let's go ahead. We'll fix that later. Okay, so let's go back to the top here. I just want to kind of add some things in there. But let me show you my psychology and how I actually build these things out and what's really important, you know. So let's get into the customer's perspective here, right? They're on Facebook, they're checking out cat videos, they see your ad, they have to check out whatever it is because you had such an engaging video. They come to your website, right? So the first thing they're gonna see, you know, cuddle comfortably, your Netflix and chill hero, shop now. They're not ready to shop now, they wanna find out more about the product. Let's start to show in some of the benefits, right? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add some nice images in there. Go back, we'll add an image in there. We've got a bunch of images from the AliExpress supplier, so let's go ahead and just plug that in somewhere. All right, so here we are, we're back. We've got some of the stuff in there. What I wanna show you is kind of my strategy, how I lay things out. So obviously you've got the banner image on top, sometimes they call it the hero image. That's up there. The first thing I want to do is I want to introduce the problem or introduce a problem. With this product, you can solve multiple problems. And that's kind of what I'm going to really emphasize as we go down this. The first thing here, one of the biggest disasters, right? So if you read that headline, you're going to probably read the rest of the text. You're going to find, you know, cuddling with your partner, and then the dead arm strikes. Don't you just hate that? We do too. So now you're creating some common ground with people. You're trying to understand them. Consider the Cuddy Cushion your TV watching companion. So this product is more than just a product. It's really something that is going to be part of your whole experience. And then here's the link to it. You know, avoid uncomfortable dead arms. So I like to, instead of just the shop now or buy now, I like to include a more, emphasize a little more character in there. Try to make it a little more playful. So there's an image, here's a different image. You aren't the only one. Again, creating some curiosity, what are they talking about? It's common for people to wake up with numbness and tingling in their arm or hands. Again, creating that common ground. This is often due to sleeping with an arm beneath your body or head. The Cuddy Cushion tackles this persistent problem and allows you to have a restful slumber. You know, people don't sleep well as is. This is a potential solution. You know, if you're cuddling with your partner, I don't personally. I think it's a very uncomfortable way to sleep. That's all I'm gonna say. But some people like to, and so this is a great solution for them. And then the call to action is just enjoy a better sleep experience. And then what I like to do, I like to include the testimonials here as the next thing. So I'm gonna actually import those after I show you kind of how I break things down. So I go picture text with a call to action, picture text with a call to action, testimonials, picture text with a call to action. This one is, how can I, so it kind of goes in that same point. I might try to go a different angle if I've got time, but for now, for the sake of this video, we're just gonna kind of hint on that again. How can I avoid waking up with my arm numb? People have had sleep, dead arms, and it's almost the worst thing to wake up to. You think you lost your arm. But it says be aware of your sleeping position, especially side sleepers. So if someone in their head's thinking, oh, I'm a side sleeper, well, okay, I'm gonna keep reading because I connect to that. A lot of people are side sleepers. A lot of people have, they sleep on their side. So they're gonna tune in. Are your head and neck being supported properly? Many people do not know that their pillow can have a significant impact on nerve compression in their arms. The wrong pillow can exacerbate nerve problems in your arm. So that's almost creating even more of a heightened awareness for maybe my sleeping isn't good. Maybe I've been sleeping wrong my whole time. Maybe I'm causing harm to my body. And then the call to action is say goodbye to your harmful pillow. And then I go into the actual product where people can pay for it. They can see, this is the first time they see the pricing, right? I want to delay that. I don't want to give the pricing up front because I want people to buy into it, because if the price is too high, it's going to turn them off to, going down the page and starting to learn more about the product. And so they're closed-minded. This is a way that you kind of lead them along with the carrot, and then you give them the price, and then they've already kind of put in their head that maybe they've already been convinced on it, maybe they haven't been convinced. So the pricing may or may not, break them, but you don't want to put that up front. I haven't set up the pricing for this, so I don't know if I'm gonna do $39.99. I'll probably do $29.99 in the beginning, just to create it as low as possible, and then I'll increase the price over time, see how people react to it. And then I won't worry too much about that. I've got to actually fix that up. But let's go back. I'm going to add in some testimonials. These are ones that I actually created, and they've got kind of the brand feel to it. It's not just like I uploaded some, junk images, and you're going to know what I mean in a second. Let me go ahead, pause this, and I'm going to upload all that. And then... All right, so I'm going to take a break from the action, and we're going to actually draw the winner from the video. What I said was that if you picked, or if you commented or liked on any of the videos, you'd be entered into a massive drawing. It doesn't look like there's a way for me to actually put in more than one link. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to do a major drawing at the very end of the year, and I'm going to pick a winner, re-pick a winner out of every single video in this $100 cash giveaway video playlist. So if I do 10 videos in this playlist leading into the new year, I'm gonna pick 10 winners, one from each of those videos, to enter into a drawing to win $500 cash. So all you basically have to do is go into each and every one of these winnings, So all you have to do is basically go into each and every one of these videos, comment in there, and make sure you're subscribed. At the end of the year, so on January 1st, January 2nd, I'm actually going to do a drawing, and I'm going to pull out a winner in each of those to compete against each other for the $500 grand prize. But for the point being now, this was my last video that I uploaded. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up. It doesn't look, this one seemed to actually perform pretty poorly. So if you were one of the lucky ones to actually comment on there, you're among a small few. So I can go ahead and pick the winner of that one. Put in this, and let's do. So yeah, only 9 commenters, and I believe, some of those are me. So let's go ahead and pick the winner. Winner, I'm motivated. Perfect. Like your attitude. Thanks, bro. Cool. Well, you're the winner. So go ahead and DM me on Instagram, or if you don't have Instagram, go ahead and comment on this video, and we can figure it out. All right, so now we've got the testimonials in there. I don't actually like as much on mobile how they show up, just because of how this theme compresses them. So if I had time, what I would do is I go out to get a developer to actually make these fit in there better. But they'll do for now, for the sake of the video again. So this is just the slideshow module within the debut theme that I'm using. And I uploaded some kind of custom images. So I actually created this little gradient background with these little images of people. They look like real people. That's important. Don't get stock images. Get some real people in there that you can use as photos so it looks legitimate. And I just have nice little quotes from them. But it's just kind of a nice addition because you want to have that social proof in there. You want to show people that are talking about the product in a positive way as they're continuing to make their buying decision, if they're going to buy with you, or if they need more information. So again, picture, text, call to action, picture, text, call to action. The testimonials are in there. And then you got another picture, text, call to action. And then below that, you've actually got the product. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust some of these images. I've got to adjust this page a little bit, and then I leave the footer as is, but let's go ahead while I'm talking about it. Let's go ahead and adjust some of the navigation, some of the behind the scenes. I'm gonna show you what I do in terms of shipping as well, that I see to be the very, very best way to do it, depending on the type of store. But let's go back into the back end and adjust a few things. Okay, so here we are back on the back end. What we need to do is we need to actually create some of the navigation things. The first thing that's really important is just the refund policy, the terms of service, and forget the other one, privacy policy. So all you have to do is you have to just go into your settings, go to legal, and we're just going to create this from template, which I believe has, so it's already got my official, I created an email through my domain, which is extremely important as you build this out, because if it becomes a legitimate business, you're gonna want people emailing you through a legitimate business, if that makes sense. You don't want them to come through your Gmail or Yahoo or whatever it is. So I'm gonna create that one. The privacy policy, create that. I like how they did this. It did not used to be this way. Terms of service, we'll create that one. Shipping policy, we don't have to worry too much about that. Let's just go ahead and save it. So those are all saved. Let's go back to our online store. We'll go to navigation, and we'll create our footer here. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add in all those things that we just created. So add a menu item. We'll go find our policies down here. We'll hit privacy policy. We'll add that. We're going to add, our terms of service, policy, terms of service. Cool. And then the last one we need is our refund policy. So we'll add all those in. Actually, now that I think about it, we do need to add a contact us link in there. They make it really easy and really professional in Shopify and all these themes, so I'm very grateful for that. But let's just save this, and I'll show you how to create that if you don't know how, really quickly. So we'll go to pages, we'll go add page, and then all we need to do is do this page contact, and then just make this contact us. And then we'll go ahead and save that. Very good. We'll jump back over to this navigation, and in the footer we're going to add in that contact us page. Pages, oh, where is it? Contact us. What am I missing here? There it is. I don't know why it wasn't there before. Okay, so add that in, we'll save it. That's all we need for the footer. For the navigation at the top, I keep this very, very simple. We do not need a catalog. We've only got one product. You could keep the home up there, and I would add in your contact us as well, because people will probably want to reach you. You want to make it easy for them. Don't hide that kind of stuff. That you need to have that kind of stuff. I can't emphasize that enough. This is why you need to have a really good customer support backup. to answer any questions or any problems, and just make sure that everything is good to go and smooth. So those are all set up. That's going to be our navigation. If we go back over, let me actually exit out of these. I had to go search for some stuff. So we've got all that set up. Let's go ahead and just check out. We'll see what we're at with our store right now and how it's starting to shape up. Again, we need to be on mobile actually. Let's go ahead and move this to mobile version. So it's looking pretty good. I mean, it's looking pretty professional. Again, the testimonials could be a little bit better. We can work on that. That's no problem. We need to fix these images, but for the most part, it's coming together. I'm going to fix that, obviously, but you can see our nice, links and everything else. I'm going to take out this piece, and I'll leave the newsletter, but we'll keep that as is. Right now it's shaping up. If we want to look at this, the home contact us, no problem. The search function, so everything looks fantastic. Let's go ahead and move back here. And one more thing I do want to show you before I forget is the shipping, how I handle all the shipping on here. So if we go to settings, we go to shipping. And for this store, what I want to do is I want to actually create this as a free shipping for the product. I'm going to build in the product price a little bit higher and then, allow free shipping, because that's what I put on the hero bar or the message bar up top. As the promotion is that it's free shipping. So first and foremost, let's go ahead. Let me just double check here. Reset checkout. Let's go ahead and manage these rates. We'll do big 4. We'll just do this as free shipping. Shipping for all of those. I don't want to do any of that. We'll create the shipping zone. So I'm just going to include everything here. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna actually add in a couple rates. So like I said, we've got a free one. So let's just say standard. Let's actually put free in the front end. Free standard shipping, and then it'll cost $0. You haven't used this name before. Use the same name to add rates together. Okay, so minimum price is 0, maximum price is 0. We'll go ahead and hit done. So you can see I've got that for free shipping. Now here's what I also do. I also want to add in another rate, and I want to do insured priority shipping. So that's going to cost somebody $2.95 if they want that, and based on the order price, so they can have a minimum or maximum. They're gonna have the option to get an insured priority price, sleep comfortably knowing your product is covered under loss, damage, under loss or damage, under loss or damage. So we'll keep that. So sleep comfortably knowing. Okay, so and that also kind of plays into the brand itself. But the way that, or the reason that I do that is that if you're able to get even, let's say 1% of people to pay the $2.95, if you have 1,000 sales, I mean, it starts to add up, right? If you got a product and you're kind of, make or breaking it, it's probably not going to add up because you really have to have a lot of orders. But this is another way just to add another $3 on top of it. Helps you out with some of the advertising costs, and ultimately, I do this on just about anything. So make sure to create those two. So as you can see, we've got the free standard shipping, or if somebody wants to pay the premium, which is going to be the same shipping, they can do the $2.95. So let's go ahead and save that. All right, so now that's saved. Now what I want to do is I want to just add in all the apps that I think are necessary. I did a video on this on my last video. A lot of people haven't seen that, so go check it out. But really quickly, I'm going to show you the apps that I put on here that are just base level, right? These are things that you should have. But let's not go and put a bunch of apps out here. Here's the ones that I think that you absolutely need. The first one being, if we can load, the first one being Coin. So Coin is going to be a currency converter. This is important because you're gonna get traffic from all over the world. It just helps people see things in their native currency so they feel more welcome. So we're gonna add that app, 30-day free trial, and then $4.99. It's completely worth the $4.99. Absolute must have. We're gonna install that. Okay, so I've got Coin in there, I've got the Oberlo app. The next one we need to do is we need to go and get an abandonment cart protector, or abandonment protector. So abandonment pro, cool. So get that on there. So that's this, 30-day free trial. And then $8 a month. It is so worth that. I make buku bucks off of this app. I'll have a video, a future video that talks about how to actually set up the messaging to make it a little more customized rather than it just being, you know, like a generic email that everybody gets. So it'll really increase your conversion rates. But let's go ahead and install that. So we'll start the free trial. And so those are the only 2 or 3 that I would recommend for a one product store, okay? I would also include a Looks app, which is just basically a custom review thing. I don't include it here just because I've already created those custom reviews on there. I could add it on top of this and put it on the product page, which I might do here. Sake of the video, I'm not gonna go into all that, but Looks review, and then I could also maybe do a discount pricing. I'm not gonna do that here just because it kind of takes away from the vibe I'm really going for in terms of having this being professional and having this be more of a premium brand rather than just being kind of a chintzy, you know, buy a bunch of them, get a discount. So these are the only 3 that I recommend. You don't have to make it complicated. People get so caught up in the apps and having all these different discount timers and all sort of stuff. Don't do that at all. It's not worth doing anymore, and in fact, it'll actually hurt you in some way. Well, that's gonna wrap things up. But before you go, if you do not win the cash giveaway, don't worry. I've got plenty of videos coming out leading into the new year. All you have to do is like or comment on any video in the $100 cash giveaway playlist that I created on my channel. And the more videos that you comment and like on, the better chance you have, because you get added raffle tickets basically to get into it. So it's really simple. Just like, comment, subscribe on any of those videos, including this one if you haven't already. And with that being said, until next time, peace.